Hello everybody, how are you doing? Today we are playing Age of Empires Definitive Edition and we are going to see how to reach the Bronze Age fast in a normal map like Highlands, which is a land map. There is no water, and you will see this will be a normal game. I will have to explore the map and find the resources I need. It's a random map, so I don't know where the resources are, so this will be very like a real game. It's against a computer because I want to show and explain what I'm doing without being rushed, otherwise it's very difficult to focus and to do everything. So I recorded a video with this game, and I will stop the video to explain and show how to what I'm doing and why. And well, we can start with the video. You see the settings are very basic, like a normal game. It's Highland with 6 players, map size for 6 players, and we have 6 players with random sieves, speed fast, and really 40 resources. So the first thing you want to do is to select 2 villagers, if possible the 2 villagers that are near, like these ones. And you want to build a house, and when you start the game you press H and you spam the Q key, so you can produce villagers immediately. And then you when you select the villagers you press E to place a house, not too near your town center. Okay, and with the other villager you can explore. So you see what I'm doing here. I place the flags by keeping the shift key pressed and pressing the right mouse button. You can place the flags, so the villagers will reach the first flag, then the second one, and so on. And when you are building the house, you can send the one villager to explore before the house is built. Okay, so here I'm placing a granary. I'm trying to find the best position for the granary because the resources must be collected fast. So you want your villagers to be close to the granary and to walk the shortest way possible. So you try to place your granary according to the position of the berries. It's not very easy, especially on Highlands. Sometimes you have the berries very near, attached to the trees. So maybe it's better if you find another source of food, so another place of barriers, or gazelles, for example, you can hunt. Or if you find an elephant. So Highland is not really an easy map in my opinion, because you have a lot of lions and it's not easy to find food because sometimes it's not in a good position. So you place the granary and you try to put your villagers in the best position as you can. So I have 2 villagers on this on one barrier here. I have another one there, another one here, and another one on the right. So they are not bad positioned. Now with the 6th villager you want to build a house, if possible in a meaningful position. So you are trying to close a hole, or you are trying to position the house so that you are it will be easier after to build walls, so you don't get rushed. So it's better to put a house like I did here instead of putting it near the town center, because this will help me to close my holes when I go on with the game. Now with 1 villager I'm looking for food. This is the computer player, so you see he built a storage pit near the wood, but he's not making food, so his production of villagers will be very slow. And he's putting a granary here, but yeah, well, he has a bad position of food in this case, because his berries are like this, and it's harder for the villagers to pick them. So in this case, maybe you can find food to hunt. Maybe it's better. Like here in the top, he has some gazelles. Maybe it's better. Okay. Okay, I found some gazelles here. I found some lions also. I'm building a house so that the lion will stop attacking me. Now I found a elephant and I'm taking it to the town centers. So the way AI works in this game really is weird. Sometimes you can get elephants easy. Now the elephant is going back and he will not aggro the villagers until he stopped. Now he has 1 health point, so he will die. So now here I will try to make a storage pit near the elephant. Otherwise the villagers will have to walk all the way to the town center, and it's not very good. Try to keep your town center in a hotkey. So I have, if I press Ctrl Tab, or you can put it whatever you want. I put Ctrl Tab to save in the 6th slot, in the 6th control group. Remember to make a house when you are at, in this case, 14 population. I forgot to make a house. I will make it soon, but you should make it when you have only two spaces for population. And now I sent 4 villagers to make a house. That's not very good. Now I'm looking for more food because I have some gazelles here, but there are lions and it's not a very good position, so I'm trying to see if I can find some berries or some gazelles in a better position. Now I could try to push the gazelles near the trees. So here I'm making a house because I want to see if I can, I want to send another villagers to kill the gazelles and try to push the gazelles to the trees. And I'm making a house because I am at 18 population, and also because I don't want to leave the villager doing nothing. Okay, I have 1 idle villager, so it's very important that you check your idle villagers with the hotkeys, the dot, or I have I have one mouse button to check the idle villagers or idle military units. I found other berries, so in case I need more food. Now I have a lot of lions here, and that's a very bad thing because they make me lose time. But as I said, I am playing this like this is a real match, so I want you to see all the problems you can find when you are playing normally. Because a lot of people will just record perfect games, but yeah, when you play you can't be really perfect. You see, I already found 4 lions attacking me. That makes me lose a lot of time. So usually you want to reach the next stage with 24 villagers in a team game, 24-25 villagers, and 20 villagers in a 1v1 one-on-one game. Depends a lot on the map and everything, of course. In a water map sometimes you can click too late 9 minutes with 30 villagers, including bots, fishing bots. So here I clicked around 8 minutes. It's not a bad time. You can click before. Sometimes you can click at 7 minutes also. Now I'm trying to find a good spot to make barracks because I'm in a flank position, so I need to make buildings where I can close the spots, especially on Highlands, which is very closed map. Now I have 9 villagers on wood. It's not very good. I need more on food, so now I'm trying to send more on food. Okay. So now I have enough wood, of course, to make the market. Research the walls in the granaries, so I can build walls to protect my town. And when I have the granary, I'll start the market. I'll start building farms, and I build a stable because with Romans in a 3v3 game you can rush with cavalry, you can rush with long swordsmen if you want. It's not really easy in my opinion, because if you get rushed by cavalry or if you get rushed by scouts in a 2-age and you are going for swordsmen, it's hard for you to defend, and because they are very slow, and it's also hard to attack because they are very slow. So maybe it's better to make cavalry. Romans don't have chariot archers. You can make normal chariots if you research the wheel when you are in the Bronze Age, I mean, of course. Okay, so now I clicked the Bronze Age at 12 minutes. You can do it even faster, but 12 minutes is a good time. And as you see, I started building farms, and now I'm starting to take gold because I want to make cavalry, normal cavalry. So I need gold for that, and I will build a storage pit near that gold soon. Now when you click the Bronze Age, when you are going up, you should research something at the market, like the wood upgrade, for example, is a good one. It depends a lot, of course, on what you're doing. If you are rushing, if you're doing a tour rush, you want to focus food. So, and maybe if you are rushing with the slingers, you want to research the stone upgrade in the market, so your slingers will be stronger. It's very important. And then I'm researching the upgrades for the cavalry, the attack and the defense, so I can make a stronger cavalry. Now I need to close my spots better because I have a lot of holes in my town. So I'm trying to look where the holes are. If this was a real game, I would probably already have been rushed. But I'm just showing the Bronze Age, of course. So, but in any case, in a real game, probably someone would have rushed me already because I'm in a flank position. So some scouts from one opponent, for example, or some slingers, for example. So now I'm at the Bronze Age. You can research the wheel immediately if you want, if you have enough resources, if you have a good economy. Or you can start producing more villagers and research the wheel a bit later. And of course you need to research the wheel immediately if you want to make chariots, if you have chariot archers, or if you want to make normal chariots. So normal chariots, in my opinion, are not very good to rush because it's easy to counter chariots because they die quite easily from towers. Okay, so I'm from towers and from slingers and from everything basically. Now, okay, so now I'm making more villagers. I started to produce cavalry. And as soon as I have the first cavalry units, I start attacking my opponents. I build more houses because I'm almost housed. I keep producing villagers. One other important building to build is the government center when you have some economy, so you can build more town centers. Okay, so here I found a hole in my walls, so I close the hole. I make more farms because I have only 11 villagers on food and I need more. Now I need to make another town center soon. I'm making the government center so I can make more town centers. We researched the will. I should have researched it before, to be honest, because at this point the will gives you 60% more speed to your villagers, so it's very good to research it as soon as you are at the Bronze Age. One of the first things you should research is the will. Of course, it has a certain cost, so you need to have some resources to do that. It depends a lot on the game you are playing, of course. So if you're too rushed, you will be slower to the Bronze Age and you will be slower to research your upgrades. In this case, I went with cavalry, which is a good. It's a good strategy because going with cavalry, it means you are fast and you can attack faster. Of course, in a normal game, if you play with expert people, they will probably rush you, especially if you are flank, like in this case. If you are in the pocket position, like red, which is in the safest position now, he should fast bronze because he is in a safer position, and of course he should wall. And now it's just up to you. You can decide what kind of strategy you want to perform, so you can decide to reach the Iron Age fast, so you make a lot of farms and you collect gold. Depends, if you receive an attack you must produce troops, so it depends a lot on that. Of course, if you see your opponents are very slow at the bronzing or are not making army, you can check the statistics to see. If they are not making much army, you can try to boom and reach the Iron Age fast. If you see that they are producing troops and they are attacking your allies, you can make troops and help them. Or if you think, or if you see that they are defending, that your ally is defending, you can boom and focus on your economy, so you can crush your opponents when you have a good economy. Because of course, if you keep producing troops, you will slow a lot your growth. Remember to research upgrades if you want to power up your economy. Let's say that if you want to boom, you should have at least the wood and gold upgrades. You can do the farm upgrades also if you want. It costs quite a lot of food, but if you are making a lot of farms, you can do that. Try to make 6 farms per each town center, so you can produce villagers without stopping. So you keep producing villagers. try to get resources around on the map. With Romance you can also build the towers, because they are they cost 50% less, so you can build the towers easily. Now I am moving here villagers from gold, because I have already a lot of gold in my case. I'm not making more troops. I want to reach the Iron Age now and start making legionaries or centurions, ballistas, catapults and everything. So I'll move villagers to wood and food. Of course, this is very easy now because my opponents are doing nothing, so it's very easy for me to go to the Iron Age. And yeah, you will see I'm just booming here now. Okay, keep producing villagers. So I have all my town centers saved in a control group. I press the control group and I spam the Q key so I can research more villagers, produce more villagers. I research architecture to build faster. This is just to show, because it's not very important to research it in the Bronze Age. I am researching the farm upgrade in the market. And of course my cavalry is upgraded with the upgrades in the storage pit. Okay, so now I am producing a lot of wood, and a good amount of food will be coming out soon. I have a lot of gold, so I can even stop for a moment taking gold if I want. And I'm making a lot of stone. Now I will move villagers from stone, because I'm making too much and I'm not using it at the moment. So I might use it if I want to make towers. I will make some towers later. Okay, so this, you want to put your farms around the granary. You can put 3, 6, 8 farms around the granary. So you put the granary, you put the farms around, and you tell your villagers to build the granary. So when they build the granary, they will start building the farms automatically. If they build the farms before, they will probably ignore the granary. So remember to click the granary, like I did here. Okay, click the granary, so they will build the granary, and then they will start making the farms. Keep building houses, because when you are near the Iron Age, you will get housed really fast. Now, with Romance, if you want to make stone to make a tower rush or to build many towers, you will need to research the stone upgrade in the market. Okay, now I'm clicking the Iron Age. I could click it much faster, of course. I mean, click it much before, but this was not the focus of the video. And here now you will just see that I'm going to make more villagers. I will start making swordsmen, barracks. Okay, I made the barracks here, and I produced the swordmen. I made the temple to research the technology to make the legionaries. So to research the legionaries, you need wait, let me find it. Okay, fanaticism, which is, you will see now I will I'm building the temple. Okay, and researching fanaticism, which is the third column on the second row. Okay, this one. When I have fanaticism, I can research legionaries. Okay, you see here now I increased the speed of the game. So here now you see when I have fanaticism researched and I have longswordman researched, I click the legionary upgrade, and my troops are getting stronger with with more upgrades. Yeah, one other thing, let me see if I find it. Okay, it's here. When you have Romans or Assyrians or other civilization that make infantry from the barracks, you can go on the government center and research this upgrade, which will half the population. Every unit you produce from the barracks will take half population, so you can produce double the troops. You can make 200 legionaries, and they will only take 100 population spaces on your population. Yeah, that's it. I'm making towers here to control the enemy resources on the hill, because they have a bonus if I make them on the hill, of course, when they shoot down the hill. Yeah, well, now it's it's almost over, so it's very easy. I make an archery range so I can build a siege workshop. Okay, and start making catapults and everything. I'll make more farms. I have a good economy. And now the game is almost over. Okay. So, about the statistics, let's take a look. So, I have 136 villagers, which is good. You should keep producing villagers as long as you have population, so keep spamming villagers until you are full population. You can kill the villagers after, so it's not a problem. Of course, don't just make villagers, but if you're wondering how many villagers you should make as many as you can, so your economy will grow. And don't stop making them. I know it's hard sometimes to remember, because I always forgot to put villagers in production, but try to remember. I took 6,000 gold, while my opponents took almost no gold, because I killed them. I have 137 kills and 1 losses. And I have the largest army, well, of course. Yeah, so okay, and that's all. So if you have any question, you can ask me. Of course, this wanted to be just a show off of something that you can do when you want to reach the Bronze Age fast in any game. It depends a lot on the map, of course, and on the civilization, and on your opponents, if they are Ashu or not. But I hope you could understand better how to do it. Of course, you need to be fast, and you need to practice it a lot. You can practice against the computer to improve your timings. Well, let me know if there is something you didn't understand, and if there is something you want to see covered in another video. I will try to make a video on water maps also, and some videos about tour rushing. And well, I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your opinions, subscribe to the channel, let me know if there is something that I could do better, because I'm trying to improve, of course. And see you in the next video. Leave a like, subscribe. Thank you. Bye bye.